how can I be a little bit more analytical to understand some raw data myself? And then
Mhm.
right there, I bridge that one gap that I need. I don't need to spend another $50,000 at a university. That's
Yeah.
how I view it.
Yeah, and I agree. If you again, it comes down to just really knowing who you are, right? And
Right.
going with what you're good at and leveraging the way you think and your brain and then
Hmm.
maximizing that. Yeah. But yeah, I
Yeah.
do agree. I think that piece of paper in the end, um, it does give you a ticket to an option. But I think if you're in
It
line,
does make it
you're in
easier.
place. I think it does. Yeah. Um, yeah, it definitely does. It's just for people like you and I think if we had the opportunity to be in front of a panel, we could sell ourselves in if
Right.
it was meant to be, right? It's just with
Hmm.
that certificate or the diploma, you get to be in that lineup where
It's kind of like where I was just saying, where Jeffrey Gitomer says about the free speech, like, hey, you go out there and you're speaking for a chamber of commerce, those people are going to be like, oh, he's speaking for the chamber of commerce or she's speaking for the chamber of commerce. Instant validation. That is what the degree is also doing for you. It's giving you an instant, you know, like validation, but
right.
I mean, honestly, I don't want to be so blunt, but I'll say it. I'll just say it out. Okay. People are going to hate me in this, but I met a lot of stupid people with college degrees and they should not have that instant, validation. So that's where I kind of challenge that it's more than just, having that piece of paper.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. We need that well-roundedness, right? The EQ, the
Mhm.
IQ, that whole shebang. You're right. There
Especially as you get mid-level career to senior level career as you're getting older. I mean, it
yeah.
really comes down to I don't care about your education, I want to know how did you go to market with this product, How did you sell it to millions of people or whatever it may be? Actually being able to perform and execute, I think has more weight eventually than a piece of paper.
Yes, I agree.
What are you doing now exactly? And how did you get into the medical industry then?
Okay, so the medical industry, I come from a family of physicians. So I think
Okay.
we've got over, I think we've got over about 30 physicians in my family. So there's a lot of them, and
So you have inherited
yeah,
education there.
yeah, and
There
it's
you
dinner
go.
table discussions, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that just listening to values of physicians, what they're looking for,
Mhm.
the really the patient experience is how I always looked at it because I don't know anything they're talking about and still don't when they get too sciency, it's gone beyond my mind. But I put myself in the perspective of just like we're watching TV, you choose a character that you can relate to, right? And so typically I would relate to the patient. And so I think that's how I get into this operational piece and where what inspired me to get into the practices that I am now is
That's
looking
amazing.
at it from that perspective. Yeah, it's kind of
That that
cool.
that we're in two different countries entirely. Uh Obviously a lot of differences between both of us, but yet so similar in so many places.